I am going to do my best not to get emotional on this video, and I know that I am. It's coming. I can feel it. So just bear with me on this part, whatever this is. I'll put it on this video somewhere. My journey to heal my digestive issues, you all. On the last video that I did, which is part 6 or 7 or whatever it was, that's not even important right now, I had my MRI done. So I did an MRI of pretty much my digestive system with contrast, and so it showed stuff a little bit brighter, a little bit clearer than the ultrasound that I had done. Now they found a couple of things, I guess, that just didn't look normal. There was a lesion, very small, we're talking about maybe 9 millimeters on my liver. There is a lesion in my stomach that they weren't able to tell what it was because it was not on the lining of my stomach, it was in my stomach. That's how this doctor is explaining this to me. And they found another lesion, I guess, between my pancreas and my spleen, which I get it, okay? There's something there, there's something going on, and I am actually outside the doctor's office right now. It's a week after my procedure, and I'm seeing the GI specialist so he can review these things that were seen. So I got the results, and in text to tell me they found this lesion, they saw this, they saw that. I don't know what these things mean. Some of these things are, from what I've read and, the information that I have just gotten from my studies, some of these things are just there. As you age, you get a lesion on here, a lesion on there, whatever. So the doctor called me and want this, or not him, but his nurse. Oh, they found a lesion on your liver and something on your pancreas and something in your stomach. And he is recommending just have it retested in a year. And I'm like, and that's it? And she was like, if you like, you can make an appointment to see the doctor. Oh yeah, the fuck I like, right? Because to me, a lesion on any part of my body, at least I want to come sit down with you and have a conversation, and you tell me your medical, your expertise, your expert opinion on what these are. Is it something I need to worry about? Or is it just one of those things, which is possible? It could be one of those things. So I'm here at the doctor's office, just saw the doctor. And I will have to say, of all the doctor's appointments that I've had, this probably was one of the toughest because, he explained it to me. There's a lesion in the liver, there's something in your stomach, there's something, kind of between your spleen and your pancreas. I guess it's the tail end of my pancreas, right? And so I'm like, okay, so what do we do? The first words that came out of this man's mouth was, as you age, these things happen, but the one that's between your spleen and your pancreas, we weren't able to take a biopsy and really test it to see what it is. So I'm like, what do we do? Like, how, can you, and because he wasn't saying, oh, don't worry about it. He's saying it's something that may need additional tests. So am I going to get additional tests? So when I asked that, I think he was kind of getting almost defensive because he came and looked like he was rushed and just want to be in and out like the last appointment that I had. But I started asking questions. Are these things contributing factors to my heartburn, to my stomach pain, to my gas and bloating feeling, to my GERD, to me as soon as I take a bite of something I get full, and when I eat fibrous stuff, like it's giving me heartburn? Could it? No, he doesn't think it have anything to do with that. So I'm like, so there are two things here, doc. I'm still having these symptoms. What do I do? This man is pretty much going to tell me there is nothing you can do. Your digestive system is very complex. Sounds like you're doing everything you need to do. You limit or minimize dairy in your diet. You don't have, high fatty diets and acidic foods, the things that if you get heartburn or whatever. It's like you sound like you're doing the right thing. But I'm like, I'm still in discomfort. That's why I'm here talking to you, sir. And he was like, well, we've ruled out the big things. And I'm like, what are the big things? He's like, there's no cancer. You don't have an ulcer. You don't have H. pylori. It just seems like your digestive system is very complex. And, sometimes we just have to live with these things. Live with these things? Like, doctor, I am in fucking discomfort. Right? How are you telling me to go live with heartburn? How are you telling me to live with gas and bloating feeling? And you're saying, oh, you seem like you're doing everything. So then I start running it down. Like, I do a lot of turmeric in my diet. I do moringa and these herbs. And he was like, these should not be contributing factors to gas and bloating and, the stomach pain and heartburn that you're having, right? These are not contributing factors. Are these contributing factors to the lesions that they call it? No. So I wanted to rule those out. Am I going too extreme with my diet? And he said, no. The only thing he did say is the fiber, which if you go back and watch one of my other videos, I kind of figured that my diet was just too fibrous because I've been doing these smoothies. And go back and watch that video. I will actually link it right here so you guys can go back and see where I kind of figured. I knew that it's just a lot of fiber. And I've always tell people, fiber is a double-edged sword, you all. We need it. We need it to help to empty take the food out of our stomach, right? And help you to go to the bathroom and help with colon cancer, help with weight loss. Fiber is good for you. But for someone like me, who my diet in fiber, my diet is just high in fiber, right? I do a lot of smoothies with my dark green leafy vegetables and my fruits and just anything that's fibrous, that's good for you. I do that. But for me and the way my digestive system is set up, I have to probably cut that out a little bit. But I'm going to tell you what, I was just so taken aback. And I had to question this man. I'm like, okay, so we're ruling out the big things, which is always my fucking case, right? I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have high blood sugar. I don't have high cholesterol. I don't have cancer, right? In my stomach. I don't have H. pylori, which I've had before, but I don't have an ulcer. And I think doctors fucking dismiss me because I'm overall healthy, right? And because they can't put their finger on it. And that just bugs the fuck out of me, man. And I'm like, what can I do dietary wise that's gonna help me? He was like, it sounds like you're doing everything. And I'm like, doc, I need some help here. There gotta be something, that you can do. And then he pulled up close and he did, coming close to me and just trying to plead his case, pretty much giving up. Bitch, go home and suffer because I can't help you. That's what I heard, and I'm just starting to question these things of him. And it is my diet. Is it something that I'm doing? Am I exercising too much? What is it that I'm doing? Nothing that you're doing. It's probably just genetic and how your makeup and some of these things. And he did say heartburn is something you have to live with. The doctor told me that. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not gonna take that. I've been down this road before where I have medical issues where I've gone to doctors and spent thousands of dollars and they're telling me that, yeah, you're going to have to live with having, dizziness in your head all the time and wanting to pass out and ringing in your ears. These are issues that I've had, you all. That's why I've changed my lifestyle until I found the right doctor that's going to understand that, going to take me personally as a person and not say, when you're 45, you're going to have this. When you're 47, you're going to have that. When you get older, you're going to have that. Take me for who I am. Test me. Look at me as an individual, right? He compared it to high blood pressure. No, diabetes. It's like diabetes. When your blood sugar is high, you have diabetes. And I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but I don't understand how is it comparable. Some, people with diabetes, you change your diet and you change your lifestyle and there's a way to fix that. You're telling me what I have going on, there's no way to fix it and I have to live with that. And I literally said that to him, right? And I'm like, what are some of the things that we need to rule out? We rule out the big things. And I'm like, what is there a holistic way or another way that he's like, no, you'd have to take medicine, right? And I guess it's acid blockers, too much acid in here. And I'm like, okay, so you're saying it's medicine. I have to take this pill for 30 days and see how it works out. And I'm willing to do that. But I'm telling you guys, I was just so flabbergasted by this man pretty much telling me that there is nothing I can do for you, right? We have these lesions. He did request a gastric or bowel emptying. Let me just look at this real quick. I think it's called a bowel emptying. That's a test that is wanting me to do, gastric emptying study. So I'm gonna have to do that to see if my stomach is emptying properly, and that could be a case. But I had to push for him to do that, right? For him to recommend that. I had to like keep nagging, like there got to be something else, right? That gastric emptying. And for the lesion, the one in my stomach and the one in my pancreas, he's doing another endoscopy. I guess it's just a little bit more advanced, right? The one that I did before, they didn't even show the lesions. The MRI showed it, but I need to do this more advanced upper endoscopy to actually go deeper into where they can actually see what it is that's, you know, right at the tail end of my pancreas and actually in my stomach, what these lesions are, and do a biopsy of them and check them to make sure, right? For me, you guys, I just want to know what is really wrong so I can, you know how to move forward with my life. I don't like when the doctor's like giving up on me, you know, like, you know, I don't want to take it there, but a lot of times I feel like as a woman, number one, as a black woman, number one, a black woman with an accent, number one, I don't think people take us fucking seriously. And I hate to go there, but that's just how I feel. I am telling you, I still have discomfort. And as a doctor, and I literally said to him, you know, I can't live with that, right? You know, I can't just accept that when you're saying, oh, you're doing everything right and there's nothing I can do. It's almost like you have given up on me as your patient and you're telling me to go home and give up on myself and just go pop a pill to get rid of the extra acid that may be causing my issues, right? And I don't think he appreciated the fact that I questioned him. And after, you know, we were going back and forth and he's looking this up and have you been tested for that, this, that, da, 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 whatever. Because my thing is, at least process of elimination at this point, right? Then he scheduled these 2 tests and he said to me, one moment, I will be right back. That man walked out of his office and the nurse walked in and checked me out. And that's how my doctor's visit went, you all. I'm not gonna give up on myself. Like, I have to figure out what the fuck is going on with my body because I am not okay with living with heartburn and gas and bloating and all this shit for the rest of my life, right? I know I may have to tighten up my diet a little bit tighter than it already is, right? And I've already decided that. Cut back on the fibrous foods, you know, just a little bit. You know, I don't do, you know, the heavy starchy foods. I minimize those in my diet. White rice, white pasta, you know, the white stuff. Like, it's the smoothies that I make. I did admit that to him and he was like, oh, it's not like you're doing the right things, but you know, too much fiber. And I know that. But on this journey, and I'm going to continue to take you guys along this journey with me to find out what the hell is going on, you know, with my body, with my stomach. If I have to do research on my own and try to figure it out, it's the holidays and it just sucked. Like, it just literally sucked that, you know, this is just kind of how it's going. You know, I didn't like it, and he was just so dismissive, and I did not appreciate that. I think he wanted to just walk in and say, this is what you got going on, and walk out like he did last time. And, you know, and I just, you know, take it for that or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. You should not do that. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your overall health and your overall well-being. Don't let, you know, doctors, they don't study nutrition, right? You know, when I ask him about, you know, the turmeric and moringa and, you know, these herbs and stuff that I'm doing, and even mentioned this, oh no, that has nothing to do, you know what I mean? He just kind of dismissed it because I want to know, am I overdoing it, right? He just kind of dismissed it, and because he don't know, right? Because he don't know. I already knew that I could be having too much fiber in my diet because of my genetic makeup. My mama got digestive issues. My sister got digestive issues. Everybody in my family I know have digestive issues on my mother's side, right? So I know I need to be more careful, and that's why I live my life the way that I do, because I know I don't want to have some of the issues that I see my mother having coming up, and doctors are telling her, you know, you're fine, you're okay, there's nothing wrong with you. You know, when you see her going through, you know, these discomforts and, you know, this suffering or whatever, but don't give up on yourself, you guys. We're gonna continue this journey, and I'm gonna continue to take you guys along with me. You know, it's tough when you're healthy. Because every time there's something wrong, I'm telling you, you ain't got cancer, you ain't got high blood pressure, you ain't got I had a nurse said to me, there's nothing wrong with you. Well, man, there is something wrong with me, because I'm the discomfort that's going on in my stomach right now, I'm feeling it. And maybe I need to do more like keto or something like that. I don't know, maybe it is for me, you know, we will see. But if you're not following me, you guys, follow me on YouTube, right here on TikTok, and on Instagram as well. It's all Barrett Nutrition. Just go ahead and follow my pages, and just keep following me on this journey to find out what's going on with my overall health, you all. Thank y'all for watching. Happy holidays, y'all.